Hey, so my name's John, and my wife and I and our four kids have been estranged from my wife's family for about 3.5 years. We've been in a full no contact situation, and I've shared a lot about our experience here on TikTok. But I was reminded of another experience that we had probably about a year after we went no contact that I wanted to share and kind of educate, help those that are going through this experience. Many times in estranged or no contact situations, it's because you're dealing with a pretty strong narcissistic personality, and you're probably familiar with that. But there's something that we learned is that a narcissist will always reveal who they are, and it's such a weird kind of aha experience when that happens because um, because it's true. And about a year into our experience, I think my wife's family was like, all right, enough is enough. And so they wanted to try and build some type of a bridge. And so they sent one of Ashley's brothers over to our house to have a conversation. And anyways, the conversation was quite bizarre. And the reason why it was so bizarre is because he truly revealed everything. Like that he has been the master manipulator behind all of this. Like he orchestrated everything. And it started out kind of subtle. And anytime Ashley would pick up on it, he would like try to backpedal. Um, of like, wait, so you're saying this? So you're the one that spread the rumor that John's gay? You're the one that wrote the 7-page letter? And, anyways, it was like this, and he admitted to it, and he was almost like proud of it, like that he had orchestrated all this. And it was a punishment to us for an experience that he had with us that he was hurt by. Um, And anyways, so it was really a bizarre experience that happened over the course of hours. I mean, the conversation ended at like 3 o'clock in the morning. But it was like the next day, my wife started just putting all the pieces together, and it was like, oh my gosh, like it's been him. He's the one, and he still has like really tight control over the whole family system. So, if you're going through something like this, there's a couple things I want to share now, being several years removed from that situation, that I think could be helpful for you on your journey. The first is that a person can totally hide behind charm for a while. You know, they can hide behind religious language and being the victim. They can hide behind family roles and titles and tears and reputation, even generosity. But eventually, when they lose control of the narrative, when they lose access to you, when you stop performing the role that they assign to you, they ultimately reveal who they really are. And I don't mean that in a petty, just wait, karma's coming kind of a way. I mean that patterns reveal people because healthy people may feel hurt when you set a boundary, right? They may be confused, they may need time, they may even disagree with the fact that you needed a boundary in the first place. But safe people do not need to destroy you in order to disagree with you. And there is a huge difference there. When a controlling person can no longer control you directly, they often try to control how other people see you, right? They start rewriting history, they recruit people, they play the victim, they accuse you of being cruel and unstable and dramatic and unforgiving, or even, not Christ like. They tell everyone how much they love you while actively punishing you for not obeying them. And for a while, that can be incredibly destabilizing and confusing because you start thinking, do I need to defend myself? Do I need to explain? Do I need to chase every lie? Do I need to make everyone understand? But here's what I really, really want you to remember. You do not have to chase the mask once it starts slipping. Because the same behavior they are using to expose you is often the behavior that ultimately exposes them. The smear campaign reveals the need for control. The triangulation reveals the lack of integrity. The exaggeration reveals the insecurity. The punishment reveals the conditional love. The refusal to self-reflect reveals the immaturity. And eventually, discerning people can see it. And maybe not everyone, and that part is super painful. It's a painful part of this journey. But the people with eyes to see will start noticing the pattern. They will notice that you are not the one constantly attacking, that you're not the one recruiting, that you're not the one obsessively managing the story. You're not the one demanding loyalty tests, and you're not the one punishing people for asking questions. And I think that's super important because character is not revealed when someone is getting everything that they want, right? Character is revealed when someone hears the word no. Character is revealed when they lose control. It's revealed when they are confronted with truth and limits and consequences or distance. And this is why boundaries are so revealing. A boundary does not create someone's character. A boundary exposes it. And if someone becomes more honest, more humble, more reflective, and more respectful after a boundary, well, that tells you something. But if someone becomes cruel and manipulative, deceptive, punishing, and obsessed with controlling the narrative, well, that tells you something too. And I know this is super hard because when someone is revealing who they are, it usually comes with a lot of pain. You may lose relationships, you may be misunderstood, you may have people believe things about you that are not true. You may be tempted to run around trying to prove your heart to people who have already decided that they're going to misunderstand you. But sometimes the most powerful thing that you can do is to just simply stay grounded, stay honest, stay consistent, stay prayerful, stay clean, stay out of the icky mud. And that's not because you're weak. It's because you finally understand that you do not have to become like them in order to survive them. Over time, fruit reveals the tree, right? Not one emotional moment, not one accusation, not one perfectly crafted story, but fruit. And what is fruit? It's patterns, it's behavior, it's repentance or defensiveness, it's humility or control, accountability or blame, love or possession. So when someone reveals who they are, believe the pattern, not just the apology, not just the tears, not just the public image, and not just the spiritual language. Believe the fruit, because love does not require control, and truth does not need a smear campaign.